Hey, what's going on, everyone? Moose here, and today I want to kind of shoot an intro video. Welcome to my little reloading corner. And this video is really to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight on something that I heard, kind of a little while ago. I guess it's been a couple of years, and it's just always been right there in the back of my head. And I'd be willing to bet that you guys have that same thought in the back of your head. And we're going to talk about that coming up next. All right, so what are we talking about? We're talking about reloading. We're talking about the why, the where, the when, the do I need to, do I want to, all of these different, questions, if you will. And I really want to give you guys a little bit of insight on why I personally chose to want to get into reloading. Number one, I've got some very nice rifles. I've got some very nice handguns. I've got very nice shotguns. I've got a lot of really nice pellet guns. I really enjoy shooting. And at the end of the day, while yes, every little bit helps, having a good barrel, having a good optic, having a good chassis or stock, having, the best of the best of the best, none of it really matters, because the only thing that matters is that getting down range. And with certain limitations, and I want to make sure everybody knows, and this is something we're going to talk about. There's no primer in this. There's no gunpowder in this. This is something that I made to be able to produce more of these, and we will talk about that. But like I said, at the end of the day, you can have the best barrel, the best action, the best optic, but if you don't have the best bullet that you can get for your barrel, right? Because the barrel and the bullet are realistically the two most important parts of accurately shooting anything. A bad barrel, doesn't matter what kind of bullet you put through it, it's never going to be accurate. If it's a bad barrel, it's a bad barrel. Whether it's just been shot out, or let's say, it's got an imperfection that causes every bullet that you put through it to tumble out of control. Doesn't matter what you do, it's never going to be any better. However, every barrel is different. Every barrel likes a specific speed, a specific type of bullet, a specific grain weight of bullet. Every good shooter out there will tell you exactly what their barrel likes best. I can tell you that my Ruger American 308 with an outlier barrel in an outlier chassis with an Arkin optic shoots the best factory load that I've found is the Hornady ELD match ammo, red and white box. It's the best ammo that I've found for it in particular, factory wise. Is it the best shooting ammo? I don't think so. I think that building my own ammunition can provide better accuracy. Is it accurate? Yes, it's accurate. Is it a good hunting gun? Could be, if you want to lug 25 pounds around the field, sure. But at the end of the day, I want accuracy. I want to be able to shoot an MOA at 1,000 yards, and the only way that I feel that you're going to be able to achieve that is with hand loads. So I'm pushing myself to not just buy good, solid equipment, but to also give that equipment the best chance at being the most accurate. This is another thing that's come up recently, and this is all 308 brass right here. But as some of you guys know, I'm heading to Wyoming again for elk. I'm taking my 7mm Remington mag, or 7mm Remington Magnum out there, and I want to build a load for that trip. I've got probably 5 different 7 Rem Mag loads, factory loads that are hunting oriented. However, I want to see just how accurate I can really get that to take out, have the best bullet that I can possibly put in there, that's going to do best penetration, best expansion, have the best BC that I can to improve my odds of harvesting a cow elk this year. So, there's that aspect of it. I want to be really honest with everybody. I know that back in the day, a lot of people would say it's a great way to save money. It's a great way to, do your own ammo. It's cheaper. That is not the case, in my opinion. Yes, can I produce a bullet for pennies less than what I could buying factory ammo? Potentially, yes. However, the cost of the equipment goes into that equation, right? So if you have, let's just say, and I'm just going to use this number. I'm not saying that this is the price of anything, but let's say you put $500 into starting into reloading. And then you can produce one 308 round for, let's say, 4 cents a round cheaper than you can buy a round, right? All right, so yeah, you're going to gain some accuracy more than likely. However, how many 4-cent rounds would it take to recoup the $500 investment? And that $500 investment is definitely not going to get less. It's going to become more, right? You figure a jug, a 1-pound bottle of powder is only going to make so many bullets. You know what I mean? The bullets themselves, in 100 rounds, they're only going to, that one-time purchase of, whatever it is only going to produce 100 rounds. The same with primers and everything else, right? So the equipment's one thing, but there is still other components that are required. This is just factory Hornady brass. This was brass that came from the ammunition that Natchez had sent to me to get started on the 1,000-yard shooting of the 308. I basically deprimed it and tumbled it, and it's ready to be reloaded. However, everybody knows that Hornady doesn't make the best brass. If you're going to do that, I'm actually going to pick up some Lapua brass so that, I can continue to reload. You're only going to get so many reloads out of a piece of brass. You'll get a lot, don't get me wrong. You'll be able to reload these multiple times. However, if you're going for that precision and things like that, is it really cost savings? No, but I will say that there is a massive amount of gratification involved, right? I just made last night, and I posted on social media some of my my first ladder loads for my Ruger American 308. I was running 168 grain ELD match from Hornady and Varget powder, and I just created 4 different ladder steps, 3 rounds each, to see best groups at 100 yards. At least then I have a plus or minus give or take, right? I know roughly what my barrel likes with that round. Now I've also got burgers, I've got, you know, bullets, I've got some spear bullets, I got some, we got, what else do we get? Oh, I got some Sierra Match 168 grains as well. So I've got a good variety of bullets. I've got a couple of different varieties of powder as well to try out some different stuff to figure out what that gun likes best. Because at the end of the day, I'd like to be able to shoot an MOA at 1,000 yards. And I know that's tough. If you don't believe me, tune into Texas Plinking and watch his 1 MOA at 1,000 yard challenge. It's incredible. I haven't seen anybody do it yet. Real close. Just haven't yet. But nonetheless, you know, so that's kind of my intro into reloading. Why I want to do it, right? We spend all this money on these rifles and these pistols and things like that, and then it's almost like so many of us just kind of throw aside the fact that, you know, there is another aspect, and that other aspect is this, right? So definitely something to kind of put out there is that, you know, don't stop. You know, you just spent, you know, $2,000 to, I don't know, $15,000, $20,000 on this rifle. And then you pump the brakes and you go, okay, I'm good, and then you start buying factory loads, and it's like, listen, don't get me wrong, there's some good factory loads, but if you really want to push your equipment to the edge, and you really want to have the best accuracy that you can, I really truly believe that hand loading is where it's at. So I definitely want to give a huge shout out to Natchez for supplying the equipment. I did purchase some equipment on my own, but this RCBS equipment here is it's amazing so far. I've got some other pieces as well, but we're going to be doing a video series, and this is the beginning of it, kind of explaining and going through all the different components, right? From trays to scales to case lube pads to, you know, calipers to trickle chargers to eventually, you know, an electronic scale that actually measures it itself and then just gives it to me. Die sets, things like that. We're going to cover it all. Tumbling, wet and dry tumbling. We're going to cover it all. And I'm really excited to be able to bring you guys this, because I think that there's this lack of, I don't know, people being able to see start to finish and why and how. I had to watch 1,000 videos to figure this all out and put it together in my head. And in reality, I didn't find just one video series where somebody really covered in depth all the different steps. So that's what we're going to accomplish here. And once again, I want to give a huge shout out to Natchez Outdoors for supplying the equipment and sponsoring this video series. And I look forward to bringing it to you guys going forward. So till next time, be good to each other, God bless, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.